back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing interior on 1970 Challenger. This is a resto mod car that's going to be a giveaway, so we're going to make sure we do it right. Let's get into today's video. Guys, this is the beautiful 1970 Challenger, black on black. Has some great mods already. Let me guys show you guys the engine right here. Has a Hemi swap already in it, so they already did some work to it. Has some upgraded headlights there. It's all blacked out in a traditional resto mod look. Obviously, disc brakes all the way around. And what I love is the back. Look at that back. It's a custom Challenger rear taillight setup that they custom fit in there. Just overall looking at the car, man, the car already paint looks great. But we are going to be doing the interior on this. So we're going to be doing door panels, leather, the seats in leather, back seats in leather, back door panels, all that, making it look good. We're going to go ahead and wrap the console as well, all in black leather. The seats, these seats are, we're gonna remove these seats out of here, and we have some new modern seats that come with custom brackets to fit this floor pan. And then from there, we're gonna wrap those in leather, and then obviously wrap the back seats to match. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready. We'll start taking off the interior. This thing looking good, so let's do it, guys. Pretty much there are the back seats. We're gonna be fixing everything on the back. So these even have the original tags of the car. Make sure we'll preserve that. But pretty much all this stuff we're gonna replace. We're gonna put all new material underneath here, put some new foam, so that when we put all our new leather upholstery, everything's gonna be nice. Any springs that get damaged, that's what we do here when we do upholstery, especially on older cars. A lot of stuff, either the frames are rotted or anything like that, it needs work, so we can repair the springs. Just make sure that everything's intact, so that when we put the new material on, everything is gonna look good, it's gonna last, it's gonna be long, because you only want to do your upholstery one time. So got these seats out of here. We have the other seats, as I showed you. I'll go show you guys, and put some leather on this thing. So here are the seats for the front of the Challenger. There are obviously some more modern seats, which are very nice. They have their support, lumbar support, their headrests, everything like that. Also, these seats have their custom brackets that are made to fit onto this car, meaning the bolt brackets will go to the floor, and then the seat itself will bolt to these brackets, so that everything sits in the original holes and you don't have to drill or make custom brackets. The brackets are here, so we put those on here, then everything will be bolted up. So obviously with the new set of seats, you don't have to worry about too much. The foam is in really good shape. We're gonna pretty much make a new cover and follow the same stitching. It has some nice double stitch there, double stitch on the sides, and then just keep the same pattern, kind of give it a new, more modern resto mod look. And kind of to complete the look of that more resto mod seat, we're going to be throwing a little bit of different stitch patterns in here. We're going to be adding some more pleats in here, kind of giving it more of a racing bucket seat look. Be throwing some red stitching on the side, red stitching on the side as well. Same with the headrest. And then the back seat, we're going to kind of emulate to make it look like the back seat, but we're going to be adding some foam so that they look kind of like a bucket style look, meaning we're going to be adding foam in this area to kind of bulge these sides out, and then this will kind of dip in, that'll kind of dip in to kind of make it look like a bucket seat style. Same with that side, adding some pleats, changing the stitching, and voila, we'll have a modern rear seat to match all together. After you guys see this beauty, she's going to be looking good And obviously these seats are just, we're not going to put these in anymore. We're going to take these out. We're also going to be wrapping the console. Same with the door panels. We'll actually do some stitching on the door panels as well. I think it's going to look real good, guys. Wanted to show you guys the material here, the leather, grade A cowhide, you know, nothing but the best. So this is more of like a heavier texture grain, as you can see, but it's really nice. It's a soft, supple leather, so like it's, you know, there's some leathers out there you have to be careful that they're the tanneries, it's a little harder and it's harder to work with. This one stretches and looks really nice. So this is the leather we're going to be putting on the Challenger. It's going to look really good, and then we're just going to have a vinyl that matches the back, that's going to be just for the backs of the seat that you really don't see. So yeah, let's get this put on the seats, baby. So as you saw there, we have to sand the bare plastic. If we're gonna wrap these plastic door panels, as you see, they already have a texture, but they're old and they're dry rotted. They don't have the same texture. So when we go ahead and wrap these door panels, we have to go ahead and sand it so that when we glue the new vinyl on there, it's gonna be able to adhere properly to the door panels. So right now, as you saw, he was sanding all these pieces. These are gonna have a little design just to kind of give it something. So we're gonna have like a little bit of red stitching here. Same with here. We're gonna wrap the wood. We're gonna get rid of all the wood that's on the door panels just to give it a nicer, more modern look. So I'll show you guys the pattern that we went ahead and sewed up already. Alright, this is just a rough overlay of after we sewn the piece with the French stitching on the, you can see, you're like, what does that look like? It's all wrinkly, it's everywhere, you know, like, but this will be a nice finished piece after we're done. And this, we're gonna make it in two pieces. So this is gonna be one piece here that's gonna be all glued down and adhere to the panel. And then as you see, there's another piece here that we're gonna sew onto this piece, and then from there go ahead and glue it, stretch it, heat it up, and it'll look like a brand new panel after we're done. So, and that's what the same thing we're gonna be doing to the back panels as well. I'll show you guys that here in a minute. Right now we're touching on the back door panels. As you can see, just kind of pretty much a molded plastic panel, but in order for us to wrap it, we're gonna have to throw some stitching on it. We're gonna be throwing a stitch down this, a French stitch here, single stitch here, and then a French stitch as well, just to complement and have everything match. But you know, when it comes to upholstery, you know, we've been doing this for years, so we have different ways. On some door panels that we can get away without stitching, but sometimes because these are molded, there's no way, you just have to throw some stitching. But when we do add it, it kind of complements and makes everything look good. So all right guys, here's a little update on the back door panels. We went ahead and did some stitching here and here, and then single stitching there, so you don't really see it, just to get the stretch. So Juanita's gonna go ahead and finish installing. Alright, so this is the front door panels being installed here. We went ahead already and I think I showed you guys already being wrapped, but obviously seeing it on the car, it looks so nice. You know, it just brings the interior together with everything, just make everything look new and more up to date. But I think the way we designed it with leaving this as part of the door panel and then doing some stitching in here kind of makes it pop and make it look a lot nicer. We also, instead of having the carpet down here, we did like a double stitch along the bottom, a stereo system there for the sound. But I think these panels came out really nice. They're gonna look really good, and the winner of this car is gonna be really happy because I mean, he's getting a full leather, you know, custom interior. And it looks really good. See, the other panels already on there, you can see, I mean, it's looking good. Here's the back panel there, you can see kind of all ties all together with the rest of the packing tray and all the leather work and the red stitching. Just kind of looks really nice. So we'll continue to get these finished, put on, and go from there. Alright guys, it's time to get the seats out of the Challenger. We're going to pull these out, and then from there we can mock up the new seats. show you guys the update on the seats for the Challenger. They came out so good, leather with red stitching. And what we wanted to make sure we make it look like is the front seats, which are the front seats were a combination of kind of like a bucket seat style, race seat style look that kind of complements it with the newer style seat, you know, which in turn is a resto mod, which the Challenger is going to be. But the back seats, obviously, if you guys remember, were just pretty much like flat with the design. These actually, we made them have a 3D or bolster, so we added foam to the sides, we added a bolster here, you know, the stitching across to match the bucket seats. It's a little bit of raised here in the middle, kind of giving it the look of a race or bucket style seat. Same with the sides as well. The back seat has that same design in the center to match the front seats, to kind of bring everything together. And with the red stitching, it just looks so nice. And of course, the lucky winner that gets this car is going to be very lucky. This is a high-end interior, all leather interior that was done here custom at SOS Customz. So the winner is definitely going to be a lucky guy. So we're going to go get these ready, put them inside the car, get them bolted up, and then we can finish with the front seats. Wanted to show you guys kind of up close the back seat with the door panels and everything. It looks so good. I can't wait. We're gonna be putting the front seats. Being that it's leather, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, if there's little wrinkles here and there. The leather naturally has a little bit of, it's a hide, you know, so you know, it's gonna have a little bit of wrinkle, a little bit of this, but once it's on there and kind of conforms to the seat and the car itself, gets a little heat, everything will tighten up. That's just the nature when you get leather seats. I mean, you see them when they're brand new cars that have leather, they have a slight, and it just depends on the hides and what kind of leather you have. This is more of a pebble leather, which is like a texture you can kind of see, and there's some that are smoother, so different kinds, but it's looking so good. Let's get the front seats in and we'll see the whole package. Right here is the seat. If you remember, it used to be covered in like a blue suede. We went ahead and did it all leather with the red stitching and gave it a little bit of different lines in here, lateral pleats to kind of give it that race bucket seat. We took characteristics from this seat so we can make the back seat and everything match. So it looks so good. So all leather the same, all black leather with red stitching. The foam and everything was brand new, but we add a little bit of foam when we make our covers. So let's get these installed. Oh man, it feels so good to sit on these leather seats. Smells so good in here, being that everything's leather, two-tone interior with the red stitching. Looks so good. Make sure you guys, if you guys have any questions about interior work or anything like that, make sure you hit us up on our email, quotes@soscustomz.com. We'll give you quotes to send pictures. We'll give you quotes on the interior. If you have something custom you want to do, make sure you guys reach out to us. But we do everything, anything from small repairs to full-on custom interior. So, you know, make sure you guys hit us up on that. So keep watching, guys. We have more videos coming out. I'm really happy. Thank you guys for your guys' continued support. Make sure you guys hit that notification button and subscribe button to get all the up-to-date videos here on SOS Customz. We got you covered. Peace.